Boom! Hey internets, got a good question from Austin below, and thank you for the initial comments about the channel. I'm glad it's helping. So he's actually talking about Supreme New York, and my thoughts on Supreme and how they keep the hype in their brand by not releasing large items in basically dropping in large quantities, and also how they don't sell in other stores. Is this a direction I should be moving in? Thanks. Thank you, Austin. And now you are on my YouTube channel. Got a lot of love for a lot of I guess what I would consider a lot of OG brands that are tastemakers in terms of like streetwear or premium streetwear. I feel like Supreme is in a category with A-Life. And I was lucky to do a collaboration with A-Life in a former life, when I was known more for making handmade denim. I did a lot of art shows and was able to collaborate with those guys. You know, maybe in a sense I think I would put maybe Mega and what Black Scale does close to this category as well. Yeah, so it's a model where these guys are only selling from flagship stores, right? So the model that there's another example. Another model that happens is the hundreds model. There's maybe like 4 models to case study. I might as well highlight them all. But so hundreds has a hybrid model where they have flagship, right? So they have hundreds LA, New York, and then help me. They have a couple other locations. I love you, Ben and Bobby, but yeah. So you guys could correct me down below. But in any case, they have their flagship shops where they sell their own gear. The good thing about having flagship is you could do, well, you almost have to do exclusives because you don't want to put product out that competes. If you do the other part of the hundreds model, which is they sell to retail. So they have wholesale business and they have a retail business, right? And then, so that's 2. There's one just having your flagship, one having both flagship and selling retail. So you have a wholesale model in that. And then there's number 3, just selling to wholesale, which is like the old. That's the traditional way, I guess. And I would say number 4 is selling only online, but that can kind of bleed into having a flagship. You're only selling your own product. So my answer for you is that it can be. So it's all your choice, and this kind of bleeds into like other videos I've talked about with perception. So with production, you're going to do minimum quantities. So it's really important to find a good vendor. Now, this is once you have the hype. This is once you have people who are bought into your story, your heritage, your, you know, what you stand for. Because a lot of those brands are, you know, they have a strong allegiance, you know, like Supreme stands for so many different things, you know. And see, I'm just saying that off the bat when I think or talk about Supreme, but they've built that, right? At one point, it was someone's concept of trying something like a brand or whatever the origins are to the way it's perceived, all the way back to someone like me, kind of in the industry, that sees it and go, oh, that's dope. For what reason? Like in my head, this and this. They've built that, and it echoes all the way out, right? All the way to you. You're probably a fan of Supreme and what they do, and it creates a precedence, right? So when Supreme does a collaboration with Nike or enter whatever brand they do collaborations with, in your mind it makes sense, and it makes sense to the brand that's collaborating with them because they've put out a certain essence of who they are, right? And for brass tacks, they're able to charge a premium. You have to charge a premium because if you're only selling in 4 retail, let's say you have LA, New York, pick 2 other cities, Miami, and you know, whatever, Chicago, it doesn't matter. Like, let's say you have 4 flagships. I mean, you're only releasing from those retail and online, right? So I would guess that a bulk of your sales is online. But if you're cutting out all other retail as other outlets, then you have to have a premium. You have to make more margin on your product for it to have a chance to make enough. Okay, and so on the other end of the spectrum, you have brands that will go. I mean, I've done tons of private label stuff that goes straight to Ross or straight to. I mean, I've done licensee work that goes straight to big box. You know, it's destined to go to a place like maybe Old Navy or something like that. And those are all money. That's just money. That's just straight up money. Like that's a brand where I mean, it starts. It might start sold out. You know, it's for the masses. So should you align your brand with kind of the ideology of Supreme? It's really up to you, and it's up to the way you want to weave how your brand is. What I would suggest, though, is you look at the business models and say what makes sense to me, what aligns with my dream of the end goal, and then work back. There you go. One take. I'm keeping it. Work backwards from there. Anything else to add to it, guys? Anything that it kind of brought up, I can make another video about it. Please drop it all below. Follow the kid on social media when you get a chance. Definitely like my Facebook public page, Clothing Brand Mentor Jon Phenom. I'm doing Facebook Lives there. And I'll see you guys on the internet again. Peace.